Hello, everyone. Welcome to the East Geeks Cast, your go-to place for all things geeky and nerdy. I'm Xeref.
And I'm RenYen, and we are a couple who are from Hawaii who are currently going to Vegas for college. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about our top 10 films of 2022. Because let's face it, there was a lot of good films this year, right, Seraph?
Lots and lots of good ones. I never watched that much movies in a year.
I feel that.
I only did it because of you and your brother.
Yeah. My brother is a film major, so we love movies a lot, so it makes sense that we've watched so many films this year, especially with a lot of good ones. So before we get into the list, I have a couple honorable mentions myself. But before we get into it, I just want to say that both Zareth and I have our own list. There may be some there may be some movies that we both have, but they may not be in the same spots. Because
And that's fine. That's how lists go for different people.
yeah, and then I also watched a bit more movies than Zareth did, so there may be some things on my list that he may not have. So keep that in mind as well. Just because it's not on his list, it doesn't mean that he didn't like the movie. He just never watched it.
She's more of the moviegoer than I am.
Yeah, but you still enjoy movies.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, so before we get into the list, I'm going to just quickly go over my honorable mentions real quick. Zareth doesn't have any. So
No.
I'll just quickly
My
go
entire
through
list was
mine.
all that I watched.
Okay, so my first on the honorable mentions is Scream 2022, and it was released last year, January 14th, and you can watch it on Paramount Plus and Showtime right now. I enjoyed the movie. It had a nostalgic feel to it, and the kills were great, and it had a cute dead meat cameo, but I actually bumped it from my 10th spot for something else you're gonna hear in just a little bit. It just missed the cutoff. My second honorable mention is The Northman by Robert Eggers. This was released April 22nd of.
That's an honorable mention?
Yes, it is.
You had so much praise for it.
Okay. I did enjoy the movie. It was really great. The cinematography was fantastic. The characters were great, and the action sequences were amazing. However, I think it was a huge detriment that we watched this film back to back with my other honorable mention that I'm about to mention right now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which is The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which was the Nicolas Cage film that came out the same time. So
I still don't know why we double featured that. That was the weirdest combination.
We had chosen these two movies as a back to back, and we watched this one first. And this movie was really funny. I think Nicolas Cage is in his element here. The movie was hilarious, and I love the setting. It's just I feel like we did a disservice to it by watching these two back to back, and that
it would have been better if we watched on separate days.
Yeah, that I say is our fault. Next on my honorable mentions list is Bullet Train. This came out on August 5th of last year, and you can currently watch it on Netflix right now. And I
never watched that.
Yeah, I actually watched it winter break with back in Hawaii, and I thought it was pretty cool. It was very action packed. It was like a funny spy movie with a Japanese twist because it's all taking place on the bullet train, right? And it was very funny. I never seen Brad Pitt in like a funny role before, so this kind of felt fresh to me. But
that was Brad Pitt.
Don't be like, oh, this is cute and fun. There are gory kills in this. Like you'll be like, what the hell? Like it'll come out of nowhere. And finally, I am very sad to put this here, but Lightyear is the last.
Oh, I never watched it.
The last of my honorable mentions. I really enjoyed it. Um, you can watch it currently on Disney Plus. Um, there's one character that I absolutely love, Socks. That cat is the best thing I feel like Disney has ever done. I love Socks so much. The
You love
animation
the
was
one
great.
thing that's not even human, or that's
Yeah,
that's not even human or living.
he's living in my heart.
That's
No.
true, but he robot.
Anyway, the animation was really great. I really loved the story. It fell short for me on the villain. I'm not going to get into it right now, but those are my thoughts for my honorable mentions. And now that that's
All right.
out, I just realized on my list it changed Taika Waititi's name from Taika to Reina. I think that
Oh,
was autocorrect. I don't know why. I just got that right now.
Taika and
That's kind
Reina
of funny.
has
I was
nothing
like,
in common.
who in the hell is Reina Waititi? And I realized it changed Taika's name. Okay.
It's his daughter.
I don't know. Wait, does he have a daughter?
I
We're
don't
going
know.
so far off the rails. I'm looking it up right now. Because he's married to Rita Ora, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he
Yeah.
does.
They're
Or
not.
does he?
It's not
No, he does.
Reina. He has two
Yeah,
children.
nothing
but
close.
yeah. Okay.
Wow, these names are not at all.
Yeah, because he's from New Zealand, right? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, he's from New Zealand.
Oh yeah, he is.
Okay.
It's right there.
All right. I think I've talked enough. I'm gonna let Xeref go first on for his top 10 list. So Xeref, what do you got?
All right, in my top 10 list, number 10, Scream 2022.
Okay.
It was at the bottom of the list because I enjoyed it the least,
You know, I feel that.
and I only watched 10 movies, so it had to be on there. It's going right at the bottom. I did like the dead meat. What was it?
The cameo thing.
Yeah, the cameo.
I don't remember exactly what their channel was called in the
It was
movie.
some stupid generic podcast name.
Yeah. And it was the old podcast set where they were up against the wall. I just thought that scene was so
Oh, that was
cute.
their set?
Yeah. That was their old background set. I'm pretty sure.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
Gonna have to take a little picture of that.
Mhm.
Post it right up. I think that might be copyright.
Oh well.
Is it?
No, I don't think so. I'll figure out what to do with the clips because I was gonna cut clips of the trailer and throw it in as we talk about these movies.
Okay.
So if
This
I
entire
had
time I've been trying to mess with my audio. So when I send you the recording, it's just gonna be loud, soft,
I hate you.
buzzing in the background, soft again.
Are you joking?
It didn't look right. It looked really tiny.
Oh well, I'm gonna have fun editing that. Anyway, this would have been my top 10 as well, or the 10th spot had I not switched it with my actual number 10. But
And what is
Zero-
your number 10?
wait, no,
Oh,
wait.
you're asking me a
I was gonna
question.
ask. Why did you put or like? What made you enjoy it the least out of all the other movies that you watched? If I may ask.
Of course you may ask. You don't have to say that. So cordial. I didn't get as much references as you did. I didn't watch that much Scream movies.
I mean, I never watched any of them either.
But you knew of how it went down.
Yeah. Like, I know that you didn't understand the significance of Amber's house.
Oh yeah. Nope.
That was, I'm pretty sure, Matthew Lillard's house. The character that Matthew Lillard played,
yeah.
I don't remember.
The first.
Stu, yeah, that used to be Stu's house. I'm pretty sure his name is Stu.
So this whole thing was just an Easter egg for
Yeah.
longtime Scream fans.
Yeah, so I understand why.
Or not an Easter egg. What is it when you like commemorate fans or like you?
Well, I would consider it an Easter egg.
But it was a plot of the thing. That's why it wasn't really an Easter egg if they like outright said it.
Uh,
Whatever. Moving on.
okay, so my number 10 is Turning Red.
For how many times I told you to watch it, I never watched it.
This is a very cute animated movie from Pixar Studios. It was directed by Dami Shi, and it is still on Disney Plus. It was released on March last year. As an Asian American, I could relate to Mei and Ming, that's the mom, how they feel, and I felt like Turning Red was a movie that we needed, that Asians needed. I know that a lot of immigrant families would appreciate this film because May encompasses everything that every generation feels, where the generation before them is always judging them because they always do it their own way. And May pushes back against it, and I love that.
What would you say is your favorite part of Turning Red?
I really liked when she figured out, or when she became the panda overnight, and her trying to figure out what the hell was going on. It kind of, because then afterwards they kind of played it like a period joke, where the mom was like, "Oh my god, is it your time of the month?" And she was like looking for the pads and stuff.
And then she was like,
god,
"Oh, you're just a panda." That's cute.
Yeah. It was like, it's your panda. Oh. Yeah, so I thought the movie was super cute in general. Yeah, it's part of my top 10. So.
Congrats. So is it, you're gonna go first this time, or am I still gonna go first?
Yeah, I can go first again. Or I can go again. Number 9 is Fresh.
Fresh.
This is a movie that was also released in March. It was a Hulu exclusive. This is the cannibal movie with Sebastian Stan as the cannibal.
Fresh. Oh, I never even heard of this.
Yeah, this is a very funny movie. And also morbid. So this poor
best
woman,
kind of movies.
This poor woman was like kind of catfished into dating Sebastian Stan's character, and when she got like too comfortable, I guess, in the relationship, he kidnapped her and is using her, and he's slowly like removing meat from these women that he's captured, and he's selling them off to people, to like rich people. So you can say that he was kind of like Hannibal's dealer when it comes to the exquisite meats that he eats.
Oh, that's not at all what I'm getting from these pictures. I just see what's her name, Daisy Edgar Jones, and just standing in the middle of the produce aisle, or the produce section.
Oh yeah, that was such a dorky
supermarket.
moment. That was when she first saw Sebastian Stan's character. I don't remember any of their names. It's been a while since I watched this movie. But what was kind of concerning to me online was how many people, or how many Sebastian Stans were like obsessing over his character here. When I'm like, girl, he's gonna eat you. What you mean? And not in that way.
That's just he's the same reaction. That's just the same reaction as everybody with Jeffrey Dahmer.
He's like, what the hell? Like,
oh my god, it's just hotter Jeffrey Dahmer.
Sebastian Stan was actually confused. Like, he's like, why are you obsessing over some guy that you know is gonna harm you? Like, excuse me? It was so funny. But some tips or some things that I liked about this movie was that it was a very interesting concept. It was unexpectedly funny at times because Sebastian Stan's character is kind of a dork, and you don't expect a man like that in this.
So he's a dork, but then he's extremely morbid, like behind that.
Hold on, I'm gonna
facade.
look. Well, okay, you can go over your ninth choice right now. I'm gonna look up the script real quick because there is a line that I can't remember that I want to find. So why don't you just talk about your ninth movie?
My ninth choice is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh,
I liked it a lot more than Scream.
Mm-hmm.
Debatable, because that ending was really wild, was like weird, and they kind of underplayed their villain. They didn't really show how like menacing he's supposed to be, so it's kind of just like Gore the God Butcher, more like Gore the Kidnapper, because that's like the biggest thing he did besides killing that, or besides like the very beginning. Yeah, and then the well, I would say spoilers, but I'm pretty sure at this point everybody who cares about it watched it.
Yeah.
That kid fight was so weird. They're into child warfare.
Oh yeah. That it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And okay, I was gonna do like a quick worst section, but I'm gonna just bring it up here because you brought up Thor: Love and Thunder. I was gonna say, if you're not a big fan of the MCU like we are, this is the worst movie to get into the MCU. Number one, you have to know everything about Thor prior to this movie. They even have a fraction of understanding as to what he has to lose. Number two, this is by far the weakest interpretation of a villain that we've seen, and in this phase right now. They wasted Christian Bale. I agree with that.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Number three, I feel like you're going to be very confused just throughout the movie in general as to what the hell is going on. Because this is nothing like anything that Thor has ever done before. And this is not a good movie for someone that isn't looking for, or just looking for a movie. You know what I mean? Like, this movie, I felt, was, like, made to be, like, a connecting piece in a story.
Basically, like, it's meant for Marvel fans. It's hard to just go in blind with this one.
Yeah, exactly. Which is what I think is Marvel's issue now, is that they're trying so hard to connect everything that when something is original, sometimes it kind of just gets looked over. Moon Knight.
That got looked over?
Yeah, a lot of people didn't really like it or didn't understand it. Xeref is offended.
That's a shame. I loved Moon Knight.
Xeref is offended. Oh, by the way, I found the line. So, I think, Daisy Edgar Jones, her character's name is Noah. I think I tried to trick him, and then, I found out Sebastian Stan's character's name is Steve, and so he gave her some epidural so she wouldn't feel much. So he goes, I gave you epidural so you won't feel much. And then she goes, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm taking your ass. And then she goes, no. And he goes, yes.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
I wonder if I can just clip that part real quick and just throw that in.
Was there feeling behind that? Because if there is no feeling behind it, that sounds even better.
No, because
You're taking my ass. No.
Yeah, cause she's on drugs, right? So she can't. And so it really does sound like
that completely went over my head.
Yeah, she sounds like she's like, no, kind of. It's so funny. Oh my god, I was like, because this movie was kind of, I don't know if it was trying to play it straight or not. It kind of felt like it was at points, but that took me out of the movie for like a second in a good way, because I was just like, what the fuck? Okay.
All right.
Your turn. Even though I just stomped all over everything about the whole Thor thing, but it's your turn now for your 8th one.
All right. My 8th one, surprisingly, is Avatar: The Way of Water.
It's 8th.
Well, I liked it a lot, but the next like rest of them, I love these ones.
Oh my god!
Like from beginning to end, Avatar. Spoiler if you haven't watched it. That ending, well, it's not really a spoiler, but the ending kind of sucked for me.
What? The ending?
Yeah, where he lived.
Oh.
Yeah, that part. That really was like, why? That's it. It was perfect. And then it's like it leaves it open ended. There's no closure. You just really have to wait for the next movie.
Well, there kind of is closure. I'm gonna argue that there kind of is.
Okay, well, yeah, there is a lot of closure, except for just like that one part that I wanted the most, which was for the kid.
Okay, you know what? Spoilers. I'll put like a little I'll put a time mark if you really didn't see it yet. Okay, Xeref, go ahead.
No, I forgot it. I forgot their names. That's why I literally just
okay, so
was it Spider
Colonel...
and
Spider and Colonel Quad. I can never say his name. It starts with a Q. I don't know. Stephen Lang's character. Okay, now you can go.
Villain Avatar.
Oh my god. I'm telling you, it's like
Colonel Miles Quaritch.
Yeah, whatever.
Quaritch? Yeah. He drowned, and then the entire time he's forcing his son to like basically kill natives just for his goal
of getting
and the kid hates him the entire time. Then all of a sudden, right at the end, the kid grows some kind of conscience and saves the dad from drowning. Yeah, when the movie ended, I was just staring at the screen like, why? What?
I remember you were so upset when you went to watch it. You were like, what?
I didn't yell.
I know.
Okay, but I was thinking. I was definitely thinking it.
You were like, why?
Yeah. I was so turned off by that ending.
Okay, but it makes sense.
Other than that, it was a great movie. Love the world building. That was like my favorite part about it.
I'm gonna just talk about it more when it comes my turn.
Okay, what is your number 8?
You're gonna be so mad at me, I think. My number 8 is the Batman.
I knew it.
This movie is also released in March. I think I would watch everything else on the list again before this one. I'm not saying it's not a good movie. I thought this movie was fantastic. However, some of the themes here are really hard to swallow, and it's supposed to be like that. The stuff with the Riddler, what Batman is going through himself. It was a lot then, and I still remember how I felt in the theater now, almost a year later.
How did you feel? You were very quiet at the end.
I was unsettled. Because I felt
Was it as bad as the Joker?
Oh, by the way, running joke. It's going to be a running joke now. Xeref dragged me to watch Joker, and I didn't really want to watch it.
It was a great movie.
I was so unsettled the entire time. But no, I appreciate that it was a decent movie. Not my favorite thing.
Oh, downgrade. Okay, good to decent.
Well, when you kill De Niro,
Oh yeah,
already
that's right.
you are
That's
like
right.
at a
That's right.
zero. De Niro is like one of my favorite actors of all time, and you shoot him in the head. No.
that
Anyway,
was...
back to my
Oh, your
point.
face was really funny.
I was devastated. What do you mean?
I didn't know who it was. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't
And,
even realize that
yeah.
was De Niro.
Anyway, back to my point real quick. I really liked how much of a detective he was in this movie. I thought
Oh,
if
instead
it,
of like the whole beat 'em up,
yeah,
big tough guy.
I really loved how he was like actually trying to solve this case that was given to him. And I thought it was interesting and intriguing the whole way through, but it just left a feeling of unsettledness with how real this was and how possible this was now in our world. Where
Oh,
some asshole in a mask can go online and gain a following and then commit a terrorist attack. You know what I mean? That was
okay.
so
That
real
part
to
that
me.
makes sense.
Yeah, that was so real to me, and I was like,
I didn't realize it at the time, but it was a very modern day depiction
mm-hmm. And I
of
loved it.
modern day early Batman.
Yeah, and I loved it. All right.
Yeah, that ending I just realized. Yeah, that is actually very real. That could happen.
Mm-hmm. And it scares me.
That is fair. Okay, I see why it's there now.
Yeah.
That's my same exact quip with Avatar.
Okay. This is what, number 6,
7.
right? Oh, 7. I can't count.
7.
Okay. Please don't hate me. My number 7
Why?
is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Ooh.
Controversial, I know. Um, I loved this movie. I don't know if it's still in theaters now, but it's going to be on Disney Plus probably after this podcast comes out, because it comes to Disney Plus February 1st.
Oh wow.
I'll be honest, like everybody else, right when that first scene came up, I was bawling, crying, just tears kept falling. And then
I think that was the first time I've heard the entire theater. Like I could hear the sniffles and them like pulling out napkins to that whole part.
the fact that Marvel chose to keep the logo scene silent, a thought ran through my head that said, "Oh shit, this is going to be sad." And you know what? It was. But on top of that, they gave us another top tier villain.
They did.
Namor.
Yeah.
Tenoch did a fantastic job as Namor. I am excited to see what else he does. It was amazing. I even wrote that, amazing.
I have to say, Namor was my favorite character in that movie.
Yeah. I agree. And then I also couldn't remember why they needed Riri again in the first place. So I was like, why in the world is she in the movie again? And then I went back to read and I was like, oh, that's why.
What was the reason?
You know, the thing that was, she made a machine that could pick up vibranium.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or, well, she didn't actually make it. She
She
came up with the idea.
Yeah, and then somebody took it and ran with it. And they're blaming her for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had no idea who that was up until like halfway, and I was like, "Oh, now it makes sense."
Yeah. But yeah,
I thought I missed the series,
oh
and that
no,
she appeared somewhere else.
no, her series is coming out soon though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gonna make her own suit.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought this movie was really good. It made me cry the whole way through in that end credit scene. Oh my god.
They like made a perfect crying sandwich. Cry right at the beginning, cry a few times in the middle, and then right at the end you're crying just like you were in the beginning.
I was bawling way more than I was in the beginning, I think. I knew
Oh,
right when
that's even better.
I knew right when the middle or when we got to the middle credits, the middle scene, the first end scene technically. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh god." You didn't even need the second one though. Just the first one would have been fine.
What was that second one again? If it wasn't the child.
Spoiler alert. Putting it here. Everett Ross was arrested, and Okoye saved him.
Oh
and
yeah, that's right. That's
the line
right.
about the colonizer in chains. Yeah.
I completely forgot about that
Yeah.
part because the first one took me like just had me recovering.
When you think about the end credit scene for that movie, you think about the first one. Who the hell cares about that second one?
The second one was just a lead up for the next one.
Yeah,
for the next movie.
No, I don't care about that. I care about that middle one. That middle one. Such a good.
That was heart wrenching, in a good way.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ryan Coogler, man. Crazy.
He really nailed it.
Yeah. Alright, Xeref. Lay it on me.
Alright, number 7. Completely different feeling of it. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Nothing at all to do with yours. It's complete opposite reactions.
I mean, it's a movie dealing with death.
It is. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. It just came out. It's like about a talking cat. And it outdid Avatar for me.
Yeah.
That took a decade or so. Yeah, a decade. To come out with the sequel.
Yeah, because you didn't like the ending of Avatar, which I respect.
No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, Puss in Boots, I loved every bit of it. Just the character development with Puss, just having a pure villain such as what was his name, Jack, and then having Death, just such a charismatic, terrifying force constantly chasing the hero.
I only knew of Death. By the way,
and just that was good enough for you, yeah? Like you liked him.
I mean,
just
like
from
I've
seeing
seen
that
like
bit.
a couple scenes, because then on TikTok there are a lot of people that like are like, oh, who can beat him in like a fight, and nobody can, right? Because like he's Death. Come on, but like that's
He
the
is
only
like
thing
the
I
embodiment
knew.
of death.
Yeah,
That was the only thing you knew?
yeah, and then also I remember that Florence Pugh was Goldilocks, and I thought that she was supposed to be the villain.
She was for a little bit.
Yeah, but she wasn't like the main villain, you know.
No, she wasn't. It was like a small thing.
Yeah.
Like they had a rivalry the entire time.
Which is cute.
It's funny that her best what'd you say was one of her best? Just a funny character that she played. Just Goldilocks out of everything else.
I mean, this woman that's known for like her dramatic roles gets to like relax with this cute little animation film.
Oh yeah, definitely compared to everything else, yeah.
I mean, she's off the top of my head. Little Women, Midsommar, Don't Worry Darling, oh god. We didn't watch Don't Worry Darling yet. It's like on our list of films that we need to watch still.
Speaking of that, that'll be in place of the Joker.
You're willing to watch that in place of the Joker?
Well, no, I have to repay you for taking you to go watch the Joker.
Yeah, he still hasn't repaid me yet, and that movie was out like what, 2019?
I think so, yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, he still hasn't repaid me yet.
Well, what was the movie you wanted to go watch?
The Hustlers.
Oh yeah.
But that's also not in theaters anymore.
Absolutely not. What do you want to go find it, and then we can watch it,
I
or we can go watch Don't Worry, Darling.
I don't know yet. Let me let me think about this. Oh,
Okay,
excuse me.
I'll go with my 7. And now, oh yeah, I'm going first, yeah.
Yeah, you're going first for 6.
All right, number 6 was The Northman.
Okay.
I like that one just because of how they just, I don't know how to describe it. Made like a historical movie, historical, not historical.
But
That it's not based off a real story, is it?
no.
Or is it?
By the way, before
okay.
we move on, I just want to say that Robert Eggers is known for this movie called The Witch, which I like to call The Vavitch because it's 2 V's, and The Lighthouse, which are both notoriously dark and grim movies. And this is the first time he's ever done something out of his wheelhouse, I guess, with this Nordic kind of feel.
Oh, he was the one that made The Northman?
Yes, he made The Northman.
How did I not know that?
He also made The Lighthouse, and he's going to make a Nosferatu film, I'm pretty sure. That was supposed to have Harry Styles, but is instead...
Huh? Harry Styles is Nosferatu?
No. They changed it now.
He just pops out and just says, I'm Nosferatu.
No, it's not like that anymore. I think because I think they dropped it. They dropped
The entire
Harry
movie?
Styles.
Or Harry?
No,
Oh.
dropped Harry Styles. Yeah, they're making a film Nosferatu. It's with Bill Skarsgård.
Is it? Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah, so originally it had Anya Taylor-Joy, which is who is a big collaborator with Eggers, because her first film role, I'm pretty sure, was for Vavitch. And
Really?
Harry Styles was supposed to be in the role. However, they both dropped, and now Lily Rose Depp, who is Johnny Depp's daughter, is taking up her role instead. Yeah, because they both dropped last year, sometime.
That's kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
The daughter.
Yeah. So, what else made you enjoy The Northman?
Oh, right. So for The Northman, I just love the whole Nordic theme. They showed basically the entire story of this little boy from like the tragedy of his family and his entire village,
Where Ethan Hawke dies in the beginning.
to him getting his revenge, and it's such a climactic revenge. They're fighting on top of a volcano, right? Wasn't that what it
And
was?
they were naked.
Like right next to a volcano. Were they?
Yeah,
I thought they had like something on.
No, they were naked.
It was the child, or the main character, and then who was that guy again? The one that killed his entire...
No, yeah, so that was his uncle.
His uncle, right.
Because it was
been a
kind
while.
of like a Hamlet situation where they killed the patriarch, and then his mom fell in love with the uncle. I don't remember.
Man,
exactly what happened
that was a
with
plot
Hamlet.
twist.
Yeah. By the way, I'm sorry. This movie came out like in April of last year again. Also, if you're still watching
really
this, if you're still listening to this and you're like, spoilers, sorry, that's your fault.
Hey, well, rude. Just the soundtrack of the entire thing was just awesome.
Oh yeah.
The cinematography,
Top
the
notch.
way, what was his name? Wasn't it Skarsgård? Was it Skarsgård?
Alexander Skarsgård.
Alexander Skarsgård, this big, bulky hulk of a man, he was awesome to watch.
The way that he was
the entire time.
walking in that first part where he comes on screen and they were pillaging that village.
Wait, this was after his entire village and his father getting killed, yeah?
Yes.
His first time reappearing, yeah? Oh my god, he just walked out
We
like a
tried
beast.
reenacting that walk. We kind of looked
He
dumb.
is. How tall is he?
I have no idea. You want me to look it up?
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Okay.
Alexander Skarsgård. He's 6'4", and he was just pure muscle.
So he's a whole foot
the
above
movie.
me. I'm short, by the way.
Nobody needs to know. It's okay. We can hide that part.
I mean, I already said it. I don't
you
really
did?
care. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
I just said it right now.
Well, yeah, I heard that now. I thought you meant that before.
No.
I don't remember.
All right.
Well, yeah, overall, I loved The Northman. Like, everything from Puss in Boots up, I just loved, and they couldn't figure out exactly how to rank them.
Mm-hmm.
So I just put from, like, the most that I could remember.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That doesn't make, from 6 up, because I just watched 7, so that wouldn't make sense if I said that.
Yeah. Okay. My number 6 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
I know that a lot of people didn't like this film.
They were really upset about Wanda, yeah?
Well, they were upset about Wanda and the lack of cameos, but I
The lack.
loved it. I really like Sam Raimi and his work. I think that he is one of the, if not the best comic book directors in the industry. Spider-Man 2, I'm looking at you.
And not only that, but Sam Raimi decided to make her favorite character at this point one of the scariest beings.
Oh yeah, I loved every single part of it. From beginning to end, the action never stops. And that is the best part of this movie. It's just, it takes you into a car and says, we're not going below 60 at all. We're just gonna keep going.
If we go below, we're gonna explode.
Yeah, it's like Speed, that movie Speed. This is.
Was that what that reference from?
Yeah, this is like Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock film. Literally, it's a bus that has a bomb in it.
I just knew it as a trope.
Okay, well, the movie is a bus. There was a bus with a bomb in it, and they couldn't go below a certain amount on the speedometer.
This is gonna be really off topic, but the only reason I knew that whole thing was because of Cyanide and Happiness.
Oh my god!
I never watched Speed. I learned that trope from that from damn YouTube.
Speed is a really good movie. I highly recommend Speed, especially if you like Keanu Reeves. Oh my god, that film is so much fun. Okay, anyway, Multiverse of Madness. I'm apologizing now if I cannot pronounce her name. Mazochi Gomez, America Chavez. Oh
okay.
my god, I really enjoyed her performance. I know that a lot of people were like, she's kind of whiny and blah blah blah, but wouldn't you be exactly like her if you were in that situation where you have powers that you have no idea how to use?
And you're getting hunted down.
Yeah, by a being that you don't really understand yourself. Like
that, and you have no idea why they're hunting you down.
Yeah.
Or did they?
Well,
Did she find out why?
She understood why afterwards, because I think Strange told her, but like, it wasn't like, I don't know how long Wanda was hunting her for up until that point. They never specified, but it was you could tell that there was fear, and there was established fear in her at the beginning of the film, and I think you needed that. And I didn't find her whiny or like a crybaby. I mean, if Wanda came after you, wouldn't you be scared? I mean, come on, look at her right before they were running through the tunnels in that horror movie shot. Oh, by the way, this film is filled with Sam Raimi shots that I absolutely love. He like throws in all his little Easter eggs, and I am just living for it. Oh my god, the film is amazing. I've watched it.
Even gotta
I've watched it 100 times. I feel like I can tell
even
you.
got an amazing actor just to play the pizza guy.
Oh my god. Oh my love, Bruce Campbell. And this film simultaneously had the best and worst end credit scene, I felt like, in the entire MCU. Just ever.
What happened? What happened in this one?
Okay, so spoilers again. The worst one was that middle one with Clea. If you don't know who Clea is, that was, what's her name? Oh my god, why am I blanking right now?
You got this.
Oh, what's her name? Oh my god, why am I blanking?
I don't even know who we're talking about right now.
Charlize Theron.
Okay, yeah. Wait, no, I remember now.
Yeah.
Now I remember how it was.
This one felt like it was just a connector. This felt like how I felt about the Thor Love and Thunder. It was just a connector to the next part that we didn't really need right now.
I didn't know. I didn't know who that lady was.
Yeah.
I was very confused.
And then you get to the very end, and it's just Bruce Campbell still punching himself because of the spell that Strange put on him. And then he stops. And by the way, that's an Evil Dead reference that he's punching himself. Actually, it's an Evil Dead 2 reference, but I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, watch Evil Dead. It's really good. Unless you don't like horror, then maybe don't watch it. But yeah, after his hand stops being possessed, he goes, "Ha! It's over!" And then the screen just goes to black, and I laugh every time. It's just the best. I love everything about it except for that middle end credit scene. I can go without that one.
That could have been shown later.
Oh yeah, that it could have been like I would have been even happier if it was just in like a short film, like just real quick. Hey.
Or they just do like a Groot Christmas one, but it's just that
Yeah.
one scene in an episode.
Excuse me, yeah. That would have been so much better. Alright. It's my turn, yeah?
Yeah.
My number 5, this is a film that Xeref didn't watch either, is Prey. It is the Predator prequel film. And it's on Hulu. Clearly there is a pattern here.
Lots of good movies coming out on Hulu.
Oh yeah. May I just say this is the cutest dog I have ever seen on screen. This is the cutest companion I have ever seen. And spoiler alert, though, if you love animals, you might want to hear this. The dog doesn't die in the film, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You don't have to go searching up on does the dog die.
Yeah, the dog does not die. This film was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed watching a woman learning from her mistakes that she discovered throughout the movie and using it against the main enemy of the whole thing, which is the Predator. She is very resourceful, and I must say, if you can, I chose to watch it in the native language, which is Comanche, I'm pretty sure. Watch it in the original language. I highly recommend doing that because it brought me more into the story. And even though it was originally filmed in English and they like dubbed over the Comanche, I'm pretty sure it was Comanche.
Yeah, you're right. It's Comanche.
100% you need to watch that cut. I felt like it was more authentic with it.
And now that you mentioned that, you're right, because there is a scene in it where they're talking to actual they're talking to just what was it, colonizers, the pilgrims, yeah?
Yeah, like German soldiers.
Was it pilgrims? German soldiers.
Or like some French, I don't remember exactly. They were like English soldiers, white people. I don't know.
And it goes from Comanche to
English for that
so
part.
they don't understand each other.
Yeah, and it was really good to have that distinct difference.
Because if you watch the English one, it's just they're just talking to each other normally, so it doesn't have that same impact.
And there's like a clear disconnect between them. Like clearly, she doesn't understand what they're saying, but with the English one, it's a little weird that she couldn't understand when she's been speaking English the whole time. Yeah.
I never watched it, but I did see like, I saw RenYen just watching a bunch of endings explained or a bunch of clips from it, and I just got the basic gist of it.
Or Dead.
Yeah, that movie was actually really cool.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Dakota Beaver's first time actor. Really good as a brother role. Loved it. And Dane, who I know is a Dead Meat fan because he was in the Kill Count episode, was a really good Predator. Scary. I knew that if I went up against him, I'd be dead for sure. Even though he was apparently the shortest Predator ever.
Shortest Predator, I went like 6'10", was it?
Yeah.
Short, quote unquote.
I'd still shit myself. You joking?
That's still like a good 1.5 feet over us.
And I'm very excited because the main character in the story, I'm so sorry, I can't remember right now what her name is. But the actress's name is Amber Midthunder, and she's going to be in the upcoming live action Avatar The Last Airbender series.
She is?
Yeah. So I'm excited to see her there. And
that makes more sense than whoever played in Shyamalan's one.
Yeah. With the interesting choice of hair.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, what number are we on again?
5.
5.
Right? Yeah, 5. My number 5 is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. We already went over everything, so there's not much to go over again.
Okay, what did you enjoy about it, though?
I loved just the animation style whenever they went through the portals to the different universes.
Yeah.
I loved just like the in-between, just how it was animated.
Mm-hmm.
Like that weird melty one.
Oh, the paint?
That was the paint one?
Yeah. There was one
just
with paint.
That, and then seeing all the different versions of each hero that we know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then seeing the four main members of the Illuminati. What was it? The 4 or 5?
Oh
it was
my
5.
God! It was
that
4.
Scene. What? It was 4.
Well, it was 4 at the beginning, and then it was 1 later. It's technically 5. But
what was that? Was it Mordo?
Mordo that made it out alive.
Black Bolt.
Black
Mr.
Bolt,
Fantastic.
Yeah. Captain Carter.
Captain Carter.
And Captain
That's
Marvel.
6.
Well, Mordo didn't die.
No. But just in general.
Yeah. You're talking just about the members? Cause...
Xavier. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then Mordo as well, but Mordo didn't die. He just got stuck in the chasm in between the
chasm. Yeah, he just got stuck there. He couldn't do anything else after.
The hole that... I don't know how he did.
So much for Sorcerer Supreme.
I don't know why, but for some reason I thought you said that wrong, and I just thought of Taco Bell.
Huh?
Because you said Sorcerer
Taco
Supreme? No, I thought you said it wrong, because whenever I hear Supreme, I think of Taco Bell.
Oh my God, I kind of want Taco Bell.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. We can't get Taco Bell.
Damn.
You can get it tomorrow.
I'll go tomorrow.
Yeah.
But my favorite part had to be when Xavier came on screen and the original X-Men animation, X-Men cartoon series started playing the theme.
The theme, yeah.
And I grew up on those, and oh my God, that felt amazing to just hear that blasting in the theater.
I unfortunately didn't have that, but I thought it was still really cool.
And then the fact that they listened to the fans and then casted, what's his name?
John Krasinski.
Yeah, John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. He actually fit him really well.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping he stays like that. It's actually John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic.
I'm hoping it's William Jackson Harper.
Who's that?
The guy from The Good Place and Midsommar. I hope it's him that's Mr. Fantastic.
I can see that happening too.
I'm not saying that John Krasinski would be a bad choice, but like, I feel like this was good enough. If that makes sense.
Oh, just seeing him.
Yeah.
In here for the one time.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking though, because if they keep showing constant characters,
yeah,
like how Captain Carter was there, and it didn't change the actress. Captain Marvel didn't change the actress from Carol's best friend, and Xavier's still in there. I just didn't think they would change the actor.
Oh
for
yeah,
Mr. Fantastic. Because then wouldn't that be the first time they do that? They change the actor in a universe? Or the person playing them?
Well, no.
Would it not?
Because... Well, you're just talking about, like, the actor, like... The actor playing
actor and
the
actresses. Whoever
changes
whoever shows up.
From movie to movie. No, yeah, that's wrong because, this is going to sound really bad. I know you didn't mean it this way. But Terrence Howard was actually playing Rhodey in Iron Man, and then Don Cheadle plays...
I know that, those two.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any other instances. Oh, because Terrence Howard thought that he should have been making more money than what he was offered.
Oh, okay.
And he was
I know what you mean. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
And he was mad that RDJ didn't stand up for him when he got him the role. But I'm like, I mean, I get it. Like, get that dough, but like,
yeah.
so,
I feel like that's just a different reason though.
Yeah.
But I get it. I can see your point. I wouldn't mind seeing William Jackson Harper.
Mm-hmm. But I know that a lot of people...
I don't really have any problems with it, honestly.
Yeah,
I can see either one.
I know that a lot of people want John Krasinski, and like, you know, that's cool and all, but we need to see a bunch of more actors that probably not too many people know about.
Oh, that's a good point, because I didn't even know who William Jackson Harper was.
Yeah, and he's really good as an actor, because the different characters that he plays between Midsommar and The Good Place is like night and day. Like in Midsommar, he's like this complete asshole that only cares about his paper and blah blah blah. I want to do stuff even though it's against the rules. Whereas in The Good Place, he's a caring friend for Kristen Bell's character. And he was just a heartwarming person. Because The Good Place is about a show where after you die and stuff. So, to see the contrast that he had to do as an actor, just playing two different kinds of roles is... Because, you know, some people get typecasted into certain roles. Like, they always play the villain or they always play the hero, you know?
Oh.
This shows the range that William Jackson Harper has that I feel like is necessary to play as the complex Mr. Fantastic. Because I'm sure that there's many things that clearly there's a lot of things that Mr. Fantastic did that maybe he shouldn't have done. And I feel like in order to play that, you need to be complex. Yeah, I'm not saying that John Krasinski isn't complex, because we saw his range with A Quiet Place and how he can be funny in The Office.
I forgot he was the dad.
Yeah.
In The Quiet Place.
Yeah, I just feel like William Jackson Harper would be a better fit. But that's just my opinion. Wow, we went off the rails.
You're just looking at the talent.
Yeah.
No, it's what's it called? It's still pertaining to people and things from Doctor Strange, so it's all good. All right, my turn, yeah.
I think so.
All right, number 4, the Batman.
Okay.
My reasoning for it being so high is the same reason why it was on RenYen's list as, what was it, 8, 7?
Um, on the lower side, we'll just say that.
Yeah, my reasoning for being so high is her reason for being so low. I loved that tension. I loved how real it felt. That just made it seem way more serious, and it like really raised some of the stakes for the movie. And then just thinking about like it left me thinking after the movie when I was leaving the theater.
Yeah.
And then I just loved the actor for the Riddler.
Oh yeah, Paul Dano.
I loved him. He was awesome.
Yeah. My brother always told me that he gets beaten up in all his films, so he wasn't surprised. He wasn't surprised that he got beaten up here too.
This poor man.
A few movies
Get him
where
a
he
role
was
where he's
beaten
loved.
up. Some that come to mind include. I don't remember the one where he was with Daniel Day-Lewis.
It's okay. I don't know any other movies he's been in.
Let me look it up real quick. But I mean, yeah, I can agree with that. The tension, I felt like
she doesn't like that much tension in her movies.
Well, I mean, like,
as much as I do.
Yeah, not like you.
It's like it's a
Oh,
nice,
There Will Be Blood. Sorry, that was the name of the movie.
is that it?
Yeah.
It's a nice change of pace from other kind of movies. To feel that tense.
Sorry, I feel like I sounded so mean when I did that.
What?
Not like you.
Nah, that's fitting. All right. Okay.
Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about with the movie?
No, we talked about it mostly with you.
Okay.
When you said it, so I was adding my parts of why I liked it.
My number 4 is one that's already on Xeref's list. It's Avatar: The Way of Water.
You didn't mind the ending as much, huh?
You know what? I wasn't angry about it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense why it's so high.
I already knew that it was going to happen because James Cameron stupidly said that Stephen Lang was supposed to come back again and again and again. So
yeah, you see, I didn't know about that until after.
Yeah.
If I knew that, it wouldn't have felt as like confusing.
No, yeah, but I understand why people like didn't like Spider. I thought Spider was fine.
I loved Spider. I loved his character.
Mm-hmm.
Just damn.
I can break this film up into like 2 segments where the first 2 hours are just complete vibes, and the 30 minutes, or like, sorry, the first hour and a half are vibes. I should say that. The half an hour before the last hour is like you hate these humans and you want them to feel pain, and they get that pain with Titanic level stress in the last one, in the last hour.
They really pulled Titanic on an alien world.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's James Cameron. By the way, Titanic re-release is in February.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it again. I just know it.
I mean, I wasn't gonna drag you to it, but if you want to, no.
Yeah. You wanted to watch it.
That movie was so stressful. I just watched it this past year in the summertime. I never watched Titanic before that. It was sad.
Didn't?
I mean, I didn't cry as much as I thought I was going to, but it was still sad.
Yeah.
By the way, they could have fit on the board together. Anyway,
you gotta reignite something from so long ago.
Speaking of Titanic, Kate Winslet is also in this film, and I think that she's a great addition to the cast. I love that her character was so realistically and unrealistically mean.
Who was Kate Winslet's character again? That was
that was Sigourney Weaver's character. Kate Winslet was the pregnant the pregnant
Oh,
one of the water
the
tribe. Yeah,
yeah, okay.
Ronal was her name.
I liked her.
Yeah, I thought that every Navi was really good. I think that all the kids were fantastic. I especially love Loak a lot. That poor kid, man. Went through the ringer, Jesus. I like Kitty too. I think Sigourney Weaver did an amazing job of playing such a young character. I saw behind the scenes. You could tell that she was just living in that role. I just loved watching it. It's so cool to watch. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I watched it twice since before this we filmed this, and both times
Wait, you watched what, twice?
I watched this movie twice.
Avatar?
Yeah,
When did you go watch the second time?
back home during winter break.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed it both times. And I understand that feeling of why did he rescue Steven or like the colonel from the water, but like I feel like for Spider's character it made sense because he doesn't know what he wants really. Like I think all he
okay.
wanted was a family and love from like a parental
Ooh, now that you're
figure.
mentioning that, I guess he did see Jake's family as his own until until what was her
Until
name?
the Terry like
Used him as captive or used him as a hostage.
yeah. But then now they're even too, so that's probably why he did it.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see it. It's still gonna stay where it is, but I can see that now.
All right.
All right, anything else?
No. Oh well. Besides the underwater portions, I think were fantastic.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Breathtaking. And by the way, Kate Winslet broke Tom Cruise's record during the filming of this movie for underwater scenes, and I think that's really funny because she's
How long was the
literally
record before?
okay. So his record was 6 minutes, and she was under there for 7 minutes. But what makes this even funnier is that she was only on set for 1 month.
In 1 month, took the time to break his record and leave.
She literally was on the set for only 1 month and then left. And I just think it's so funny that she broke his record.
That's awesome, though.
Okay, I go first, right?
Yep.
My number 3, and please pardon my forgiveness, because I'm going to name everybody in this cast, because everybody needs to be named. It is Glass Onion, directed by Rian Johnson, one of the best.
That's number 3?
Ensemble movies of the year. I'm gonna shout out everybody in the cast right now: Daniel Craig, Edward Norton, Janelle Monáe, Catherine Hahn, Leslie Odom Jr., Kate Hudson, Dave Bautista, Jessica Henwick, Madeline Klein, and Noah Segan. All amazing. First off, love that this took place during the pandemic. It's such a relatable thing that we could all relate to. Obviously,
even though they're going to a private island.
Well, like, you know the whole beginning part with
yeah, I know.
With Catherine Hahn's character answering the door without her mask, and she was like, "Oh shit," and she's like,
"Oh right,
covering
that
her
part,
mouth.
that part." I kind of forgot about that. Like that whole beginning.
Yeah, and having people with jobs such as Dave Bautista's character being a Twitch streamer, but he's also a male activist, which is funny. And it was so funny because for the people who didn't understand it, it was ironic because this movie was talking about you. You are the person that they're making fun of. And that's why it's ironic. Yeah. Edward Norton is literally a cutout of the man who created the driving car.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's funny that you didn't understand the movie because it's talking about you. Like, I don't understand. That's also another theme for the movie at my number 2. It's so funny to see when people are like, I didn't understand this movie. But I'm like, yeah, because it's a commentary about you, you idiot. Like, clearly you didn't understand it if you're confused.
If it's ragging on you.
Yeah. I honestly believe that this one was better than Knives Out. Where I like the family dynamic in Knives Out a lot. I felt like this group of friends was just a little bit better though. It was so good.
I still haven't watched Knives Out.
Yeah, you don't really need that in order to enjoy this film
It does make the ending funnier though.
because again, clearly this film is rated high. If Xeref hasn't put it on his list yet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I really thought it was gonna go one way, and it just went 360 on me.
I just know that in Knives Out it conditioned you to like try and think really complicated, and then Glass Onion really just throws that away.
Oh, it was so much fun. This movie is so much fun, and then to top it all off, this cute older man was in the row in front of us, just laughing and having the time of his life. Shout out to that man. You made my night.
He made every scene funnier. Just his laugh.
He was amazing. I loved him. All right. Well, who got bronze on your side, Xeref?
For bronze, it was Black Panther. Wakanda
Oh
Forever.
yeah.
The only reason it's so high was because I never had a movie make me cry as much as that movie did.
Oh yeah, that movie was just a tearjerker from beginning to end. It was just
like the next two for me are going to be really short because we talked about majority of it. So yeah, Black Panther is bronze just because of how much it made me cry. I think like every single time it meant for you to cry, I cried. So it was like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Was it? Man, that was just a roller coaster of emotions. It would make you cry, then you'd be laughing at the next second, and bring you down to crying again.
No, and then you'd be staring at Tanosh just like, you're hot. Oh my god.
Was a very attractive man.
Yes. Oh my god.
Alright.
May I just say, Ryan Coogler does not miss when it comes to Marvel villains.
So glad. It's so nice to see such fleshed out villains that make you humanize, that make you sympathize with them.
And the fact that Namor is still around.
Thank God. Thank God. And that ending, I was so scared they were going to kill him off.
Yeah. I was like, please don't, please don't, please don't.
Yeah, that entire fight, I was like, oh my God, do not. I am going against the protagonist. Fuck you. Don't kill him. So that entire time my mouth was kind of just dropped like, don't pull a Marvel. For once, Marvel, don't pull a Marvel. But yeah, I loved that movie. And then moving on for silver. This one is Glass Onion.
Yeah.
I had no context of Knives Out and how complex it was just for it to be as simple and stupid. Like the actual like murder was in this one.
Well, like here's the thing. It's so funny how different the two movies are. But it's
even
so much
the
funnier.
detective calls out on that.
Yeah, it's so much funnier when you figure out throughout the whole movie how simple it actually was.
He's just pissed.
Because I feel
it's so funny.
I feel like Ryan Johnson conditioned everybody to think about how he thought of Knives Out coming into this and completely turned it on its head. And I loved it.
It's a good movie to watch twice. You watch it the first time and then like watch it all the way through. And then that second time you just watch the beginning. Just for the actual like whole thing to take place. And then you notice everything that happened in the second half.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Duke's mother, fantastic. Loved her. I thought she was so
Duke's
funny.
mother?
Yeah. Dookie!
Oh, yeah.
You gotta answer me when I call.
That was cute.
Yeah. I loved that lady so much.
Oh, yeah. And then, what's his name? The detective again?
Benoit Blanc,
No, no, no. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Daniel
Actually,
Craig.
yeah. Daniel Craig's just playing Among Us. That was great.
Wait, what just happened? I saw you going in.
In two of hands. I love a British man with a very
I don't like this game.
southern accent.
I think his accent is great. By the way, the fact that he's, I don't know, dating or married to Hugh Grant
He is.
in the movie. Oh
That's
my god!
in the
so
movie.
funny.
Okay, I thought you meant in real life.
Oh no. He's married. Daniel Craig is married to Rachel Weisz in real life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love that though.
Yeah. Okay. This movie that I'm about to name for Silver, means a lot to me because it was the first time that I felt so many emotions in a movie, and that is Jordan Peele's Nope. Oh my god,
okay.
This movie. First off,
The way you had me going.
this movie blows my expectations out of the water in the first 5 minutes of the film. You're like, did I walk into the right theater? Because you're like, what the hell? But everything that leads up to the final act connects with one another in ways that you would never expect. And I absolutely love how complex this film is. From top to bottom, this film really just goes beyond what you expected it to be. And I know that a lot of people say, oh, it's one of Jordan Peele's weakest ones. Don't listen to them. Don't even listen to Logan Paul and his stupid opinion about this movie. By the way, you are in this movie, Logan Paul. You are the man on the motorcycle. You are the one that gets eaten at the end. Idiot. Anyway.
I never watched it, but I heard so much good things from her about this movie.
There's I can't say anything bad about this movie. But I have to say, if you get the chance to, if it ever gets re-released again, go watch it in IMAX. It is meant to be watched in an IMAX theater. And it's the theater that my brother and I went to watch it in. May I just say I have never felt so terrified in a movie before, and I knew that I was just sitting in a seat in the theater. So I'm going to talk about a little spoiler section. So, spoilers. There is a scene in the movie where the beast that has been feeding on the horses from Haywood Horses, that's Daniel Kaluuya and Kiki Palmer's farm, they've been selling horses to Steven Yeun's character named Jupe. And Jupe has a show where he feeds the horses to this beast. And earlier on in the film, he sucks up this plastic horse. And because of that, when a person swallows plastic, it gets stuck in your throat, right?
Yeah.
So it is stuck in this beast's throat. So the beast shows up early because he hasn't been eating, right? Because this thing is just stuck in his throat. So he's like, yeah. And there's a lot of people watching the show that Jupe has put on with the horse and stuff. Like his family is there, his kids are there, his crush from the TV show that he was on. By the way, that poor woman, I'm going to just say that right now. Jupe's character, although he's not in it for very long, has a lot of stuff that happens to him, and it's kind of horrific. Because he survives an attack on his old sitcom. I'm just going to go over it briefly right now. They were working with a live animal actor, a monkey, and it was the monkey's birthday. There was balloons popping, and the monkey just went mad, crazy. Because monkeys and animals have to work under a lot of stress, and then they just act out, right? Because they're animals. It's an immoral creature. And the monkey, in its fit of rage, was eating the girl's face. And so
Ooh.
she's at his show in a wheelchair. That's the woman with the veil that comes off her face, and you saw all the scars. That's the woman from the trailer. I'll probably put a little shot over here. But yeah, this woman probably has the worst fate, I felt like, in the entire movie.
That sounds familiar.
Because the beast just sucks up all these people. And just imagine you're in a bouncy house. It is very loud, and it's just, you feel yourself slowly being crushed to death. It's as if, and then because it was in an IMAX theater, the sound is completely around you. So on top of that, you felt like you yourself was inside of the house, or inside the beast with them, and you felt like you were slowly being crushed. And now, the beast doesn't fully digest its meal until like several minutes after, because he comes over to the farm that Kiki Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya's character run, and then he kills all the people with just a simple, like, just turn of his stomach. Just, all these people are screaming in there, had children, teenagers, families, just dead.
Just like that?
The screams just stop.
Ooh,
and then
that's unsettling.
All of a sudden, on top of the house, because the beast is right above their house, their farmhouse, just blood. And
I really do need to watch this.
Blood and different items, because it can't digest non-edible stuff. I mean, it could digest bones, but it can't digest like a coin or keys. So it just starts spitting that out along with the blood. Oh, this movie, man. It's just, from beginning to end, I was on the edge of my seat. I wanted to know what was going to happen. Just one critique. I didn't understand what the hell, Antler Holst, it's Michael Wincott's character. This guy's a cinematographer who they hired to help capture the beast. I don't know what the hell he was trying to do at the end of the film. Still don't understand to this day. I kind of, like, if I ever saw this guy in person, I would have slapped him and been like, what the hell, man? Like, I wouldn't slap Michael Wincott. I would slap Antler's Holst. Be like, what the hell, man? Why did you do that? But, yeah, overall, you can tell that this film had, like, an effect on me. I love this film so much. And I believe that Xeref and I have the same number one. So we do. We're just gonna ram through it. Our number one is
Go right ahead.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yep.
Another film that came out in March.
That was the best movie I think I've seen ever. That was an amazing movie.
What's very funny is that the Daniels, who are Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert, I don't remember. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. They were both asked to do Loki.
Really?
And instead, they went and did this film. And even though I'm a huge Loki fan, you guys will find out as we continue on. I am a huge Loki fan. I am very thankful that they did this movie instead. Because this movie needed to exist, I think. This was everything.
I don't know how. Oh,
sorry.
Go ahead.
This was everything that Turning Red wanted to be, I think.
Yes, I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, I don't know how it became so relatable while being so weird at the same time.
Yeah. I thought it was very, what's it called? Just nonstop. It was really good all the way through. Amazing, even. Michelle Yeoh, fantastic.
Oh, you can go on about all the actors and actresses. I don't know as much as you do.
Michelle Yeoh, I feel like everybody knows her. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, when she was younger. and more recently in Crazy Rich Asians and Shang-Chi, Marvel. Um, she is just an outstanding actress, and I respect her so much. And also newcomer Stephanie Sue, I believe her name is, also amazing younger in the younger teenage, or not really teenage, but like daughter role. I felt like she played that perfect, contrasting Michelle Yeoh's kind of overbearing mom character. Because you can tell, like throughout the movie, it was supposed to be an immigrant family trying to survive in America. And Ki Kwan, I love this man so much. Him playing Wayman was amazing.
He was so like wholesome and
I
adorable.
loved him so much. I just this movie, man, is amazing. Just the story about just an Asian mother trying to reach out to her daughter and trying to understand while also trying to like let her go and let her be free resonated with me a lot. And I loved it so much for it. It was everything that I wanted Turning Red to be. Because Turning Red, it was it was like probably like the same thing. It was a mother who was trying to protect her daughter from something that she didn't really understand. But in the end, they reached an understanding.
Oh my god, wait, you're right.
Yeah.
It's actually very similar to Turning Red.
But I feel like this did it a little better than Turning Red.
They're both
did.
very good movies.
Yes.
Like, you should watch both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But Everything Everywhere All at Once just had such a grasp on you as a viewer.
Mm-hmm.
Like once you get started and once you actually get into the action, we'll call it, it just doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm. I will say though, I would not say this is like a family film. There are like adult themes throughout this that, if you let your kid watch this with you, that is on you. You
True.
have fun explaining this to the children, kind of film. Because there's some aspects throughout that where I was like, are you joking? Oh, you are doing. Oh, whoa. I think Xeref knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It was very strange.
In a good way.
I don't know how you would explain this to a child, like those kind of scenes.
Yeah. Luckily, we don't have children.
Thank God. For now.
But yeah, I think this was the best film of 2022. And
Did it get any awards?
yes. So both Michelle Yeoh and Ki Kwan won Golden Globes, I believe.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were trying to play her off the stage, and she told him to shut up.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
The clip was
Keep it
so
going.
funny. I think I'm gonna put it into the video.
You should.
yeah.
I didn't see this.
Yeah, it was so funny. I was like, she deserves to be up there, so maybe don't try to play her off. This is the one thing like I hate about award shows is that these people work so hard to get the recognition they deserve, and then you're trying to cut them off. Like, why?
Yeah.
What?
Makes no sense.
I was like, I would much rather hear Ki Kwan talk about his life and how much he appreciates Steven Spielberg over stupid Amy Schumer and flying in a stupid Spider-Man suit.
Huh? I didn't watch
That
this.
happened at the Oscars last year.
That sounds dumb.
They literally cut out so many categories to fit in more crap like that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
That really does sound awful.
Like, what the hell? That's why we get situations like the slap.
Yeah. Really ruins a person's image after just one single incident.
Like, and then she was gonna make a joke about the Alec Baldwin shooting at the Oscars, and then she's like, "Oh, but we can slap people on stage." And I'm like, "No, Chris Rock didn't die. That person died that you were about to make a joke of." And I'm like, "Really, Oscars? This is the person that you wanted to make more time for, so that's why you cut out all those other awards?" Like,
is that really what they did?
Are you
that sounds
joking?
so dumb
Yeah.
on their part.
And then the awards ended like an hour longer than it usually does when it has all the awards presented. And I'm like, you did nothing to solve your issue. You're like, the awards are too long. We need to cut it down. And then they still didn't cut it down. They, in fact,
Oh my god.
went over their hour. And I was like, what the hell? You solved...
They just had like no idea what they were doing.
You solved nothing.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I never watched it.
I mean, we didn't watch it either. I was just on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, that was the only way I was getting any of that information was through Twitter.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really have time to go watch it, huh?
No. I mean, well, I didn't want to, like, tune in.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Like, it was such a disappointment to know that they cut out all those different categories to fit in more time for stupid comedy like that. It was just...
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. All we can do is complain and hopefully they change it.
Hopefully, it gets to them.
Oh.
Alright. Got really off topic, but...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so...
Real quick, sorry. I wanted to go over another film that I thought was really bad this past year. Jurassic World Dominion. That was probably that was like one of the worst films I've seen in a while. And it's not Laura Dern or Sam Elliott's fault at all. Or Jeff Goldblum. I thought those three were amazing throughout the film. I was mostly upset with Chris Pratt and their clone daughter.
Is that what that whole thing was about?
Yes, and I was just like, this movie really didn't need to exist, and it probably shouldn't have. They should have just stopped at Jurassic World, and then poof, that's it. One and done.
Good lord.
Oh my god. Yeah, so don't watch that. I thought the movie was boring. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't remember much from it.
Yeah, if you ask us anything like what happens, I can only tell you what happens with Laura Dern and Sam Elliott throughout the whole thing. That's it. Yeah, that movie was just...
Oh, about that movie. All I did was, what's it called? I had to sit in the front rows. So I had to crank my neck up and then like move my head back and forth in order to actually see what was happening.
Well, you should have just looked down and made like a podcast or something. You really would have gotten the same experience, I feel.
Yeah, honestly. It was really not good.
Yeah.
I got really bored.
Yeah, it was just a boring movie, I felt. Oh, and watch at your own risk. I don't know about this. Morbius. I never watched it.
No, that's the best. That's like best honorable mention you could get.
By the way,
No, not really. I hated. That was a dumb movie.
I have to say, the fact that the Razzies nominated a 12-year-old girl is rude and bullying, I feel like.
What?
Yeah, the Razzies nominated a 12-year-old girl for worst actress.
You told me this. That's really mean.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is a literal child. Maybe don't do that. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah. I don't know why the Razzies exist sometimes. Anyway, it's an hour and a half later.
And I thought this was going to be a short episode.
No, it turns out it was really long. So it's a half an hour longer than the game that we played. Alright, so...
That's fine.
We were planning on doing It Takes Two, but we have to wait for my laptop to come in before we can.
That turns out the entire work we put into trying to get it up and working, it doesn't even work on a MacBook.
Yeah, so we'll get that gaming episode out as soon as we can. I'm planning on maybe doing a Dead Space reaction thing because I have not played Dead Space before. And I'm not good with horror games, so that should be fun.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I'll have Xeref watching me because I'm pretty sure he wants to watch as I do this.
I do. It's gonna be... I'm gonna laugh while you're just being terrified.
Yeah. I might also play some TFT games and have that posted. Oh, and we might do like a mini vlog thing because we have plans with Xeref's family on Friday. So we'll see if we do like a quick vlog thing because I have a GoPro that we can use.
Probably not, but
I mean,
we'll
like,
see.
I mean like the food mostly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like not like our faces and stuff. I wouldn't do that. I'm not that dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was thinking mostly like food and stuff. What we do. Because this is gonna like kind of be like the testing for like that huge weekend we have in February.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be like our test run for that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So this is the end of episode 2.
Oh, that was only our second episode.
Yeah, crazy.
All right.
So with that, I'm RenYen.
And I'm Xeref.
And this has been the East Geeks Cast. Bye, everyone. Bye, guys.
Have a great night. Or whenever.